My name's Tait Ferguson. I work for the Trust for Public Land as a Parks Program Assistant, primarily coordinating the Cleveland Parks and Green Space Coalition. We're a coalition of residents, community stakeholders, nonprofit partners like Trust for Public Land, working to increase resident-led stewardship and activation of our city parks. We see city parks as powerful tools, both for climate resilience, for health outcomes, but also just for communities to build their own civic power and their own connection to their neighborhoods and to the green spaces all around us in Cleveland. The CAP update is important because it's really an opportunity for Cleveland, especially Cleveland to city people, decision makers, to make sure that the climate conversations we're having that are often super hyper academic, lots of big words, lingo that we don't really know what they mean, hard to communicate out, to make sure that it reflects the needs that are on the ground in our communities. Like parks like Fairview Park, my neighborhood park, these are really powerful tools for climate resilience, for social connection, for residents to build their own power and civic participation. And so having a climate action plan that reflects kind of these real situations and realities for folks on the ground is critical if we're ever going to get anything done. You really can't underestimate the impact of climate-related conversations, discussions, outcomes on our daily lives. Even just thinking about the work that I primarily do, which is in Cleveland's parks and green spaces, these are often people's front line to climate change, is their neighborhood park. It's where you probably have the most trees you interact with, where you're often outside the most, where you're walking, where you're interacting with people, growing food. When we're looking at spaces like this, we just need to make sure that residents know both the climate implications of a beautiful and a quality park, and that the city is providing parks and green spaces that live up to those climate resilient expectations, like overheated from shade. This is a stormwater runoff sponge, and also just a place for us to connect and to get to know our neighbors, to build collective action as well. There's a ton of ways to get involved with the coalition. For starters, you can go to our website, which is parkscoalitioncle.org. We've really tried to build that into a hub of resources and tools and learning opportunities for residents who want to activate their park, who want to get more involved. But we also host a quarterly Park Advocate Night. Our next one will be on April 28th at Central Via 25. If you go to our website, you can RSVP and everything. But our goal is to both provide resources for residents doing this work, but also to bring them together to continue to build the network and really build a strong, committed group of folks in Cleveland who want to lead this grassroots advocacy and want to see better parks and green spaces across the city. Being someone who understands the power of nature to make us healthier, happier, and just more connected, that's something that I grew into just from a young age. So anything that I can do to help people find that connection, to connect to their local park, whether it's just planting a tree, running around and playing soccer with their friends, or just finding some way to connect to nature and connect to climate action in our daily lives. It's a powerful thing, and you will be happier, you will be healthier, you will be more connected to your community if you utilize these spaces and if we have the spaces that are deserving of our residents.